Choosing to go a bit more aggressive here. Dicey in the smoke. Just on the other side, he's able to get one. Looking for the second and is gonna have to back up, gets challenged, gets the second one as well. And gets the reset. He's looking for the third. Dicey does it, oh my gosh!
Faço a pergunta porque vem entrada e vem MWZera. Bem posicionado, estraga pra séries MW!
Yeah, look at this from above! From above! Heretics just turn it around again!
Welcome to the VALORANT Champions Tour. A new tournament circuit for 2021 that will crown the first ever VALORANT Global Champion. It's time to break down the tournament structure and what to expect this year. But before we get into all that, let's take a look back on the event that set the stage. VALORANT First Strike.
Unreal stuff that from Steel. What a reaction.
After a shaky year of roster swaps and inconsistent placings, 100 Thieves pulled it together and took first place, defeating NA's top two teams, Sentinels and TSM.
Trying to use that info from the dart. He knows there has to be one nearby. No! How did Hiko pull it off again?
Hiko and his star-studded team asserted themselves as the third major force in the region and will look to maintain that dominance in the Champions Tour. In the meantime, Sentinels and TSM will certainly be back for blood as they both continue to vie for the top spot. Find out who will take the crown when Challengers NA kicks off on February 4th. Across the pond, First Strike Europe was full of upsets and surprises.
Wait, what? He gets 3?
The new and relatively unknown roster of Team Heretics shocked the world by eliminating Team Liquid and the undefeated Kings of Europe, G2. Grand Finals came down to Heretics and the equally young roster of Summon FC. Summon put up a great fight, but they were not able to stop the momentum of Team Heretics' dream run. Heretics took the dub, crowning themselves as the first ever European VALORANT champions. Will Team Heretics be able to continue that momentum into the start of the Champions Tour? We'll find out when European Challengers begins on February 6th. Despite their difficulties in the qualifier events, Turkey's top team BBL Esports came out on top in the First Strike main event. Footballists put up a good fight in the grand finals, but ultimately were not able to overcome BBL. The two teams have proved themselves to be a cut above the rest in Turkey. But can Footballists rise to the challenge and get their revenge on BBL? Find out when Challengers kicks off in Turkey on February 13th.
Drone para pegar informações aéreas de FDN. MWZera só vai conquistando abates atrás do outro.
Over in Brazil, Gamelanders and their star duelist Muzera once again took the win over Pain Gaming. Many consider Vorax Fusion, formerly known as Fusion Fraggers, to be the second best team in Brazil, but they unfortunately had to withdraw from the finals due to complications from the ongoing global pandemic. Vorax Fusion will seek redemption, while Gamelanders will look to continue their reign when Challengers Brazil kicks off on January 30th. Not too far away, Latin America South saw Argentina's Estral Esports face off against Chile's DKS Esports. It was an intense set that came down to a nail-biter 36-round game with Estral Esports taking the win. Up in Latin America North, the powerhouse of Mexico Laser Clan met Peru's Infinity Esports in an explosive grand finals where Laser Clan emerged victorious.
La escuadra de Laser Clan se marcará campeón del VALORANT First Strike de Latinoamérica Norte.
The action returns to Latin America when Challengers begins on January 26th. Across the Pacific, the unstoppable force of Korea striked again as Vision Strikers came out on top. Vision Strikers have not lost a match since their inception as a team, making them the obvious best team in Korea and one of the most dominant VALORANT squads in the world. How long can Vision Strikers maintain this perfect record? And can they stack up internationally? Find out when Challengers kicks off in Korea on February 4th. Absolute Jupiter finished out their dominant year of competition by taking home the prize at First Strike Japan. The electric play styles of Rada and Laz make Absolute Jupiter one of the most exciting VALORANT teams to watch. Catch them live in action when Challengers Japan begins soon. Other First Strike champions across the globe include Fours in CIS and Australian powerhouse Exo Clan in Oceania.
And that is
MENA region, RVN, Nasser Esports, and Fox Gaming came out on top. Lastly, in Asia Pacific, we've got Myth, Bren Esports, Todak, Team NXL, and AHQ Esports Club. Thank you to all the teams that competed in First Strike throughout the world, and also to the fans that tuned in to show their support. Now that we've got you up to speed, it's time to look ahead to the next step, the VALORANT Champions Tour. The VALORANT Champions Tour is a year-long tournament circuit featuring the best teams and players across the globe, culminating in an international championship event. VALORANT Champions. Each stage begins with a series of regional challengers events, where teams will compete for a place at Masters events. Masters will crown the best of the region and give teams a chance to qualify for Champions, where the best teams from around the world will compete on a global stage. The team that comes out on top will be crowned VCT 2021 Champions. 2021 is set to be a massive year for VALORANT Esports. The Champions Tour will be the first ever year-long series that culminates with the crowning of regional and global champions. Root for your teams and discover new favorite players all year long by tuning into the weekly Champions Tour events. VALORANT Esports is going all in this year, and you're not going to want to miss it.